There won't be any Dentry or Jackson today because Brian is uh, carousing at the wedding. But welcome to Braunhaven. We're going to be picking up right where we left off last week. They're still in combat. So last week they had their big showdown with Edyca the Eye Tyrant, who was a Eye of Terror, otherwise known as a Beholder. Um, he that was a big battle. I I honestly wasn't too sure how that was going to turn out, and I not to toot my own horn. Hold on, let me pat myself on the back. But I am proud of how these adventures are, how I have written them, because uh, I could run this entire book, The Lost Mines of Drothamstone. I could run it 100 times with 100 different groups, and some of those groups might even have the same players, and it's never going to come out the same every time. Originally, when I originally envisioned Edyca, um, he was a big player behind the scenes, and it unlikely that I mean he's so powerful. You guys were meant to, run the fuck away from him. But having having done it the way you did it really pissed him off, and he had no choice but to go after you. So um, I'm actually really happy with the way you guys handled that, and I mean the use of the control weather spell and bringing in fog was a stroke of genius.
That was top notch. That really, I think that was the one play that was a deciding factor between success or failure on
Yeah,
the battle.
and I mean the whole thing. I mean, I can envision that entire battle and the way you guys did it in my head, and it is quite cinematic. So yeah, I mean that was the kind of shit that you
Beautiful.
would see in a movie. It was awesome. So
We still gotta get this basilisk though.
Yeah, hopefully we can beat him.
That'd be so funny if we got ended by it
TPK'd,
after
yeah.
the last thing.
Ryan comes back and he's got the only characters left in the game because all ours have died.
He's the
Fucking
main
around.
character now after that shit. That's amazing. He like avenged the
Oh yeah.
eye monster.
yeah, the whole thing was was just awesome. That was really cool.
I am probably gonna help somebody run a kids D&D game at a library, so I have to relearn 5e crap. So,
Oh, Call of Cthulhu.
oh no, D&D. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Yeah,
nice, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it, if you want advice on that, if you, because
The advice is don't probably, but
well, there's that. But so,
we're gonna play Curse of Strahd, but we're gonna turn the violence up
oh, okay, then this
and add
advice
some
will
adult themes.
this
No, I'm just
advice
kidding.
will work perfectly for you. So if you like 5e as it is commonly played is mostly incorrect. So, um, if you want to turn up the violence and you want to, you know, uh, play 5e a little bit more in the old school vein, meaning that the um, death will definitely be on the table, which I think for a Curse of Strahd campaign it absolutely should be. Um, Take a look at the Dungeon Master's Guide and look at those optional rules, because you can run a 5e game almost the same way that we're running this right here in Old School Essentials, but it means going to the Dungeon Master's Guide and adding in all the rules that they say are optional in quotes.
So
I,
try and make it harder.
The
I,
I was just kidding about Curse of Strahd. I'm not trying to scare them, but yeah, I was just
I would totally run Curse
oh,
of Strahd. That is probably my
that's a
favorite.
dark ass adventure. I think if I was to run a 5e game and I wanted to kind of turn it up a notch. The one thing, just the one simple thing you can add would be when you go unconscious and somebody brings you back up, just add one part of exhaustion each time.
Yep. That
That's a
works
good
too.
idea.
That
That
works
makes
Yeah.
too.
sense too. It's not like you'd wake up from being unconscious, like,
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
like
Yeah.
I
refreshed and
went from
ready to
near
face the
death
day.
to 1 hit point, and now all of a
Right.
sudden I'm completely refreshed. I'll just get up and
Yeah.
rejoin the battle.
But that makes it so, like, when your tank falls down and then your cleric is sitting there doing whatever the cleric's doing and then using the bonus action to healing word him just to stand him back up so people could keep hitting on him,
Yeah.
and yeah, when you start saying exhaustion level each time he goes down, I mean, there's you die if you
Yeah.
get to
Yeah,
exhaustion.
it's like
You know what I mean?
exhaustion level 6 and you're dead.
Yeah, yeah, and the first level isn't so bad, but I mean, by the time you're on the second or third level of exhaustion, your character's really, really restricted, and those things take days to take off.
Right.
So
Right.
that, yeah, and I I've done some experimenting with that, and that has been the number one thing I think that's simple and easy and add a lot of you don't have to explain a lot in that. It's like a
See,
3-minute conversation, and then the first time somebody goes down, and you go, okay, well, you come back up, but you have 1 point of exhaustion, and then now you have 2,
right.
and yeah, and people think a little bit,
Yeah,
think a little
suddenly
bit about
combats
it.
they're not
Yeah,
so
yeah,
meat shieldy.
yeah,
The
and then the other thing is area of effect spells or do area of effect stuff so people who are down take damage while they're down. And I'm not saying kill them while they're laid on the ground, but you hit them with that damage just one quick time, blap, and all of a sudden now they're rolling for their character's life, and there's really a
Well,
sense.
if they're at 0 hit points and they take any damage at all, it's an automatic failure.
That's correct. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying you automatically put that failed roll on them,
Right.
and so they now they're really it's not this lazily, you can heal me in a couple of rounds,
Yeah, no.
you know
No. The other thing that I can, if you really want to get hardcore about it, so in the player's handbook, and like this goes back to what I was saying before, that the way
yeah,
most people play 5e is incorrect. It should be noted that feats and multi-classing are optional. The game becomes suddenly a very hardcore game when you say, okay, you're not allowed to have any feats. There are no feats in this game.
That might be good. I think I don't want to deal with multi-classing
And
at all.
multi-classing is a pain in the ass. I mean,
oh, see,
It's a pain in the ass for everybody, for
yeah,
the players and the DM. It's like, holy shit.
and multi-classing, it really only works on paper. You know what I mean? In the flow of the game, every time I've seen somebody multi-class, they're always lagging 1 or 2 levels behind,
every
waiting
time.
on their
Even in this
cool.
game, that happens.
Yeah, you're waiting on your cool shit,
Right,
while all your fighters are getting 2 attacks and your magic users are fireballing. Your multi-class person is not.
right.
They're
Well,
not.
and as an example, like, and I've run into this before, but so for instance, I have a 5e bard rogue, and let's see, he was third level bard, second level rogue, and he gets a level. Okay, well, I wanted to keep the levels even, which means that he would then become a third level bard, third level rogue, but he doesn't. Or I'm sorry, he was a second level bard, first level rogue, I wanted the levels to be even because I have OCD. And so he then becomes a second level bard, second level rogue. Because he didn't take third level bard, he doesn't get that that being able to pick a bard college. And the same thing happens at 3-2, because if I go to third level rogue, he doesn't that bard class doesn't become fourth level, and he doesn't get the feat or the ability score increase or any of that shit.
Yeah.
So multi-classing, yeah, you're constantly waiting for the good stuff for your character. And when you do get the good stuff, now you have a character that has twice as much, but you have to wait longer to get it, and that waiting makes you ineffectual. Multi-classing only really works if you have a limited number of players. So if you have, in my opinion, even in 5e, the most survivability that you can have with a party is a party of 6. The game is designed for a party of 4, but a party of 6 is going to guarantee that um, you're not you're not really at risk of a total party kill. I mean, it's possible between levels 1 and 3, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
the
lot
hard
harder.
part.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. Um, so yeah, and and then the last piece of advice is I would not do milestone XP. Now this does mean if you are the dungeon master, you're going to have to do some more work, but I would highly recommend doing the XP for monsters, and I would even do XP for gold. Every gold piece counts towards one XP point, and that will help. That will more ably, organically cause the characters to level up rather than just picking a spot in the adventure and saying, okay, well, when you complete this chapter, you get a level, and then everybody gets a level because they're all on the same XP chart, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Balancing. But that's what I would do. I would nix feats, multi-classing maybe depends, and
That sounds good. Yeah, so it's a lady whose like son is into it, wants to start this, and she's like never played, so she has a bunch of stuff to learn.
well,
I
if
was
you
like,
get rid
hey,
of
I can
feats, it
help.
makes it a lot easier for the players, especially newbies, because they don't have to sit there and create an Excel spreadsheet to figure out what it is that they want by level 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I think that there's
Uh,
probably gonna be a session 0, and then I'll have them all meet in a pub or whatever and interact, and then I think like a shitload of giant rats will show up or something.
I don't mind.
That'll be
I mean,
okay the first
Brian,
room.
if it, I don't know, I think if you take away feats, the variant human kind of gets restricted a little bit. Because
That's
that's
true
part of their
because
thing.
variant human. If you get rid of feats, there is no variant human because
Uh,
that gets rid of their ability to pick a feat at level 1. But I mean, so
I
don't
don't
use
see how
variant
any
human.
of them. Yeah, I don't think any of the feats, the basic feats, especially if you keep them within their restrictions of you have to be that race to get that feat type stuff as it's escalated to that. I don't think any of the basic player handbook feats just right out of the player's handbook or any of that great game breaking. You're only getting one. I mean,
Well,
you know,
a lot of
Yeah,
people always complained about the archetypical ranger being too underpowered. I call bullshit. If you
yeah.
have a ranger that is a hunter and at level 4 they take, let's say that you have a variant human ranger level 4. So at level 1 they take hunter, or they take improved 2 weapon fighting, or the marksman feat, even better. And then at level, so they take marksman, and then at level 4, uh, you know, now they're going, because they get spells so much sooner than they do in real D&D games. So at level 4 now they would be able to use Hunter's Mark, and they would also be able to use, I believe, um, oh shit, Hail of Thorns. So now,
ooh.
not only they pick one main target and they get a bonus to hit him, and
If we get too badass, why don't you just add more monsters on encounters or something,
you
right?
can do that
You
too.
just
The other trick is just
empower them.
max out their hit points.
Yeah.
I mean, a goblin with maxed out hit points is suddenly a pretty dangerous creature at level 3.
Is yeah. It's man. If I'm a ranger and I don't give a fuck what my race is, when I get level 4, I'm fucking upping my dexterity.
Oh,
Yep.
and the
That's
last
what I'm
piece
Yeah.
gonna do.
last piece of advice when you're going through the monster manual: just completely ignore challenge rating. It's broken and doesn't work as it is.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, you shouldn't be putting monsters in simply based on level, because at some point you should put in a bigger monster or randomly roll a bigger monster. There's no reason that level ones shouldn't suddenly, if they are blindly running in someplace that they shouldn't be, there is no reason that they shouldn't open up a door and see 3 whites standing there. And
Yeah, it'd be like, whoa,
yeah,
getting out of here.
running away is a perfectly viable option and should be
And
more used in 5e. But
I
Yeah, we
lo-
had to do it a couple times.
I love the invisible stalker.
Invisible stalker is
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah! You
fantastic.
throw 2 invisible stalkers after a party, let them mistreat a merchant or something. You know what I mean? And he goes to or she goes to some wizard or something, and behind the scenes hires the guy to send a couple of invisible stalkers after a party, and make them smart. Gank the cleric first.
Right.
Just bam bam bam. All of a sudden the cleric's fucked up and he's down. And what happened? Because they're still invisible,
Right.
fucking people up.
Well, and if you want to be really brutal, when you do, let's say you have
It's
a
fun.
multi-attack creature and they get like 2 or 3 attacks, if that first or second attack knocks the character down to 0 hit points, continue on with that third attack. Let them fucking eat it. Suddenly
Yeah.
that makes the combat okay. Now you're at 0 hit points and you automatically have 1 failure on your death saves. Okay, now the game is a lot more serious. I admit, when I was running 5e, I went Care Bear on you guys. Pretty. I was pretty soft, but yeah, I've
Oh,
evolved and changed over the
it's
years.
one thing to sit here and turn a bunch of characters into a meat grinder and fuck them up, you know, because I don't care who or where you are, you got someone on the table who's going to be kind of upset that they lost their player, and if you got new players,
Yeah,
you don't want to introduce new players to death too quickly, they'll lose some of their love for the game. I mean, it's like when my girl first started playing. She made this little character and she loved it, and she steps out into a room and the DM unloads all 9 charges of a wand of magic missile on her at, at first level.
the nuclear option.
Yeah, so she's her first experience and her first combat is walking into a room and getting fucked off,
Yeah, yeah.
and
No, that's not
and
cool.
yeah, and I was like, oh, that to me that's a no. That should be an unwritten rule. Is you don't if you're gonna fucking target somebody for 9, you do that on a veteran player. You don't pick your new player out.
Right.
And do
Yeah,
that.
that seems mean.
Yeah, so that was kind of a bitch move, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah. No,
'Cause-
even this game, I think limits a wand of magic. I think you can only fire off 4 charges at once. I think. I'd have to look it up, but I mean, yeah, I agree. That's a bit much. I just have this image of a magic missile wand. It's got 2 buttons on it. One is the fire button, and then right above it is Alpha Strike.
yeah.
I'm gonna use every charge in the wand. All right. So before we get started, I'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. And today we would like to thank the Speechless Bard. She makes leather covers for rule books. And they are customized. She does all the customization by hand. She's an amazingly talented artist. She also has a number of other products. She has this really cool one, the Spell Compendium, that looks like it's a box that looks like a spell book when you open it. It's a bifurcated box, so one side could hold like spell cards, the other side can be used as a rolling tray. And on the inside of the cover is a magnetic spell tracker. If you're going to order from her, she is over in the UK, and so you're going to want to give yourself a little bit of extra time, especially if it's something like a gift idea or something like that, because it takes a bit of time to cross the pond and get through our customs. Although I will say customs has gotten better since over the Wayback Machine with the pandemic. They've improved considerably, and our shipping situation seems to have alleviated. But I would still give it a little extra time. We have our own merch store via Zazzle. We've got hoodies with the black and white character sketch of the characters from today's game on the site. There are a number of other items, including a beer stein and T-shirts and buttons, poster maps, and a fleece blanket with a map on it. All of the proceeds from that store go directly back into our channel. Helps us pay for things like Roll20 Pro subscription and Incarnate map software and all of that stuff. We appreciate anything that you can do for us. So if you want to help us out, go get yourself a hoodie, and we really appreciate it. I am, like I said, I was telling Wes, I really decided to just give in to my indulgences and fucked off work last week. But I did do a little bit of work. I'm up to 60 pages of the next adventure, or the next source book adventure. It is the Mystical Sylvanas Forest, and I will I will start showing bits and pieces of that here in the coming weeks. But yeah, there's all sorts of really cool stuff in that forest. It took me a little bit. It's a little bit harder to write. It's very similar to when I wrote the Skulls Mountains, because I know that this is something that I need to do because there are places there, but you have to write the in between. You're getting from point A to point B. And one of the thoughts that occurred to me when doing the Skulls Mountains is, they're mountains. What do you what do you say about that, right? And in this case, it's a forest. It's old. The trees are really big. It's a forest. And so I've had to really dig deep to kind of describe it. And being an outdoors person, I have been in a lot of forests, and I find them beautiful every time I go. And that's not something, I don't know. I guess I've been doing it for so long that it's something I take for granted.
You know, my favorite artist is Aurora, by the way. She's a fucking Norwegian goddess, and anyone that doesn't like it can suck it. But anyway, she was doing an interview that one day, and she's like, "Yes, I think we should take all the children into the woods and leave them there.
Yes, I
And,
agree.
and they will learn about the ways of nature." Yeah,
Wow.
she's fucking crazy, man. But
If you
she's
find a house made out of candy, definitely go
yeah,
inside.
yeah. I can't think of anybody that would. If I had to say, if there's like a real fey spirit living among us, or there's a real druid, or sprite or something along that, Aurora would be the one. Yeah.
She definitely sounds like a fae.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. And then she dresses like a 20th level wizard on half of her fucking performances. I mean,
So, where we left off, it is Mavis's turn, evidently, because it bumped her to the top of the stack. And so you still have this basilisk, and this particular basilisk is, I believe, something happened to him. Um, is he the one that's feared? I think he is feared.
Really?
But the source of his fear is no longer with us, because it was Edyca that he was afraid of. But now he's out in the he's out in the open. He was scared, and now he's going to be pissed off.
Okay, so what I can do at this range is a guiding bolt.
That works.
Let's do it.
So he needs to make a save versus spell. Oh shit! He failed with a nat 1. That doesn't bode good for today's game.
For 3.
Okay, and so he takes 3, and he is sparkly. Next attack on him is at +1. believe that's right.
+1 or +2, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it's +1 bonus. On the next attack, and it will end after after this round, whether he's hit or not. If he's hit, it goes away. But yeah. Did you want Mavis to move at all?
I'm on top of the tower. I'm kind of stuck here for now. I guess I could get down. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get down because I can't make another bolt later. So
Oh, okay.
I'm out of slots for that one.
Yeah, and your sling is probably out of. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, sling won't make that.
It's 160 feet as long as the absolute long range for a sling.
Oh, okay. I'll swing
Yeah,
a rock
you
next
could
time.
swing him. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't think that was possible. Wow.
Yeah. You can really huck a rock with this thing. All right. So Mavis zaps him with a guiding bolt. Borman, what would you like?
I think Borman is gonna fucking shoot him with a bow.
All right. You got a +1. +1 to hit.
Oh, I hear you. And I get another +1 due to the range, I think.
Yeah. Is that a longbow?
Yep.
Yeah, 71 to 140 is medium range. 5 to 70 is short.
We're in short range.
Yes. That is a +2 to hit.
Alright, so it's total of +6 to hit.
Jesus.
But I only rolled a 12. Which means I hit AC 5.
So close. So close. No, that is a miss, but it basically bounces off of the tough hide of the basilisk. And just kind of nicks, and then... Oh, we lost. Did Borman want to stay where he's at, or...
Borman is gonna get out of the line of sight, so he can't be gazed upon. So he's just gonna kind of go... He's gonna kind of tuck himself in here behind this building. So you really...
So the... Let's see, what is the range? It doesn't say there's a range. So anyone touched by a basilisk has to make save versus petrify or be turned to stone. Anyone meeting a basilisk gaze is turned to stone, save versus petrify, unless averting your eyes, or if you're using a mirror to make the attack. Averting your eyes is a -4 penalty to hit, and the basilisk gets a +2 bonus to attack. So the reflection, if you're using a mirror, the reflection of a basilisk is harmless. Fighting by looking in a mirror incurs a -1 penalty to attack. If a basilisk sees its own reflection, there is a 2 in 6 chance it must save or be petrified itself.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind. And also, well, we're past this, but characters that are surprised meet the basilisk gaze. So if you walk into a room and there's a basilisk, everybody has to roll d6, and 2 in 6 chance. You're like, hey, look, it's a basilisk. Oh, and then you're a statue.
No.
So that was Borman. Mr. Malachi, what would you like to do? Now, Malachi is slowed.
Yep, and he is not going to fuck around. He is going to... He's going to step forward 10 feet, avert his eyes.
Okay.
That's it. And cast Fear, which is a 60-foot cone, 30-foot wide at the end. So he's going to put the basilisk in the center of that fear cone there.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to save versus spells or be feared and will flee from me at maximum speed.
Just a second. So, let's see here. So if you're averting your eyes, one of the aspects of casting a spell is line of sight, unless noted in the spell's description. The intended target, specific monster, character, object, or area of effect, must be visible to the caster. So it wouldn't be visible to the caster if you're averting your eye.
I don't have to look at the end of my cone. I have to look in the direction that I fire my cone. It is 30 foot wide at the end.
And
And
okay.
I mean,
Fear.
it's up to you. If I got to look at it to fucking cast fear, then that's just what the fuck happens.
I would say, yeah.
I'm not going to cry about it.
It's 60 feet, 30 feet wide at the end, where you would have to look. Yeah, you could look over here and actually get the basilisk in your cone. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you could look over here and get the basilisk. All right. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see here.
Oh, it's third level spell, but
So
I'm
he has
used.
to make a save versus spells, correct?
Yes,
No.
he is now going to go away from me.
Bye.
So it says.
This is page 17 of the Necromancer's Guide. Unless you have it somewhere else.
It's a third level somebody spell. It's in the player's handbook.
Yeah, I got it off the.
Let me double check though. Maybe it's different for Necro.
The Necromancer, it's on the page 17.
Flee from the caster at maximum speed for 1 round. So I guess if he's within 60 feet, he's going to want to get out of that cone. So, okay.
Per level of the caster.
Right.
Yeah.
He's feared. So, yes, on his turn, he will run away from seeing Malachi.
For 6 turns.
Right.
6
Alora,
rounds.
what would you like to do?
I don't really have a way to know it's been feared, do I?
Yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, it wouldn't be a.
Wouldn't be obvious.
Yeah, it wouldn't be obvious. You would probably see that it is getting ready to bolt away from Malachi.
Okay.
It would be showing fear. I don't know what a basilisk showing fear looks like, but
Sure, its body would tense up.
yeah,
and
it's getting ready to run.
It'd be leaning in the direction it's about to run. Whatever. But hitting it doesn't break my fear.
Right.
So feel free. Do as much damage as you like.
I think it might be out of range to throw the dagger, actually.
Max range on a dagger, I believe, is 30 feet.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's like 50 feet away.
okay, I could fly down here though, right? That's close enough. Yeah, I could pop up and throw it.
Yeah.
Let's try it. What's one? Okay, that
You get
probably
plus
didn't work.
1, but I don't think you're going to hit it with a 10 either. Due to
No.
the glittery glow of the.
That's true.
And then I'm gonna duck down. So that probably didn't do shit. But hey, I tried.
Yeah. You're what? You're THACO 17 now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that would hit AC 8. So the dagger flips around and comes back to Alora's hand. The basilisk is going to do exactly that. He is not doing anything but running. And he runs back into the mine, into the darkness, and bravely runs away.
And I think we're gonna let him run away.
He's probably yelping, like
Yeah.
like a dog that saw something really scary, and just runs away.
Yeah, but he's wild and
yes, wild basilisk. So you are now out of combat. What do you guys? Of course, Malachi is still slowed. He's going to be slowed for another 20 minutes at least.
I mean, if we got the time,
and you guys do need to take a 10-minute break. You guys are.
Can we just have Alora with the broom shuttle us over here to the tower? We take a break.
Sure. You can do that.
We'll just all move to the tower.
Yeah. And so you are all. There she is.
I moved her.
Yeah.
I was just putting us all up on the little area there.
Yeah.
So at the camp.
Yeah, you've been going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 11th hour. And so, if you wanted to take if you wanted to camp for the night, you certainly could.
Well, we've won.
Well, there is still some stuff in there.
Oh, I hear you, but I'm still like, we've won. We'll all hang out. I say we camp.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I'd love to get my spell slots back.
Yeah, I want my spell slots back before I go fucking around too. So.
All right. So
I'm
you guys
with you.
can roll a d6 for any lost hit points. And I better put a note for Brian.
I don't have any damage. Brian was the one that had all the damage.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Maybe Alora got dinged or something, but I don't think she did. I think it was just Brian over there doing all the fighting while we threw stuff. Spells.
Yeah, basically, that's what happened.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right.
You can mark a ration off of your inventory as well. All right.
I want to, as Malachi, I want to try to put floating disc in my spell book.
Okay, you can do that. Yeah, you can swap out whatever you have in your spell book. You can certainly use.
No. I'm taking a scroll and I'm going to try to add the spell to my spell book.
Okay, so
that requires. I have a intelligence of 16.
Right. So
I got 75% chance, I believe.
That is what it looks. What level are you?
Oh, I am a level 1 magic user.
Yeah. So, and what's your intelligence?
16.
Yep, you have a 75% chance.
Then I did that.
Yes.
So I now have floating disc in my magic user spellbook.
And that scroll goes away.
That's correct. Which I'm totally fine with.
Yes. So what is? I mean, you're sitting around your campfire with your charmed minions and the dwarven merchant. What is your plan at this point? Maybe I should bring up the big map.
So we have the loop and the other thing.
Yeah, you have both of the scepters, And the only real question now is, there's still loot in Drothamstone that you haven't
Yeah,
collected as of yet.
and we have a way to get right down to the core. The beholder left us a tunnel, take us right there to the treasure room.
That's true. Yeah,
So
if you climb through this, you're going to have to use copious amounts of rope and climbing skills. Or you can have Allura, of course, ferry you
Yeah.
on the broom. Um, yeah, you can get down to the bottom level, back into the deep mines, in like an hour, because you're not winding your way through these carved passages, through the mountain.
yeah,
You're
I
just
mean,
going straight shot.
yeah, she'll have to do some shuttling to get us all in there. But I mean,
With shuttling, you're probably looking about an hour and a half. But that's
oh
still
yeah,
because it just walking, it takes you an hour just to get to the entrance to the next level, and then it's an hour
yeah,
to go through the entrance to you know, so you're looking at easily 4 to 6 hours to get to the deep mines, and and there's numerous wandering monster chances in that too. This way, probably no. I would find it difficult to believe there would be any wandering monsters that I mean, maybe a bat, but other than that, you're probably safe. Now I kind of want to make a floating gelatinous cube.
well, that's what I like. I think we should do is go try to get the rest of that treasure.
But well, yes. So are you taking your minions with you? Are you, because there was some talk last week about, or maybe it was the week before that, about how to actually go about this. I mean, I believe you were talking about maybe going back to Drothamstone, hiring a large amount of um, retainers, and basically doing an expedition to loot Drothamstone.
We do have too much cash, really, so that would kind of solve both problems.
It would.
If we could, yeah, if we could loot the treasury that's down in there, we could loot all that and get all that stuff brought up to the tower. Then uh we could send an emissary to Zalothoheim to do all our hiring, get us some I mean I think with broom flight you could really punch that out real quick over that distance.
Well, it's still. I mean, so the the broom with two people on it.
Hmm. What about with one person?
With one person, what the broom's speed is? What, 240?
Yeah.
So it can
Okay.
travel 48 miles a day. These are 12-mile square or 12-mile hexes. Um,
Yeah, so she could
you
Alora could hit the cabin on day one and then push into Zlatoheim on day two. We give her a ring of invisibility,
Yeah, it would take you
and
2 days. It would take you 2 days to get
yeah,
to Zlatoheim. One person.
right, yeah. But I mean, she's got the charisma. She's the one that we want doing all the fucking hiring anyway. Uh, you know,
True.
and she could probably sell rights to Drothamstone Mine to the king with the forges and all that. It's largely been cleared out now. You know, and so that would do a lot to solidify Queen Alora in her
Well, do you want
ascent
to
to the.
sell the rights, or she could do, I don't know. You, knowing King Cathamstan, you would having met him, it would probably send you. It would gain more goodwill. Um, saying, "Hey, here is we found Drothamstone. and just give it to him.
That's something Alora would probably do. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for Alora.
Should we try and get all the good stuff out first?
Well,
Or
I
no?
would
Yeah,
think, yeah.
I was saying we go get all the shit. You know, we left a lot of fucking loot in the Beholder's lair. And we've got 3 treasure rolls that we've been metagamed informed about. That if we go down in there,
Right.
we get those meta rolls, you know,
Okay.
and
That's
so
in
we
addition to the stuff that we know is down there.
right, so we get all of that, and then I'm thinking we should send Alora straight to Zalothoheim, hire a bunch of motherfuckers, you know, or maybe the king will order it and do it as a favor. But we need to get people to take our shit to our castle.
So I know I have pretty good charisma, but there's like a limit on how many people I can hire. So if I
That's
fly
true.
all the way over there and they're like, yeah, you can only do like 8, it might be a thing, you know. I feel kind of wussy marching back with that.
That is a
Well,
good point. What is your charisma?
she's stacked.
Is it like a 16?
It's 13.
So she can hire a max of 5 retainers.
Yeah, we might need to ask for some help if we're gonna do more. So
Maybe do that as a trade then, and have the king order his guys. You know, do it as a trade. We've found Drotham Stone, but for the location, we need help moving all our shit. And so if you get your guys to move a whole bunch of shit for us, you know, take it to, in theory, I think Braunhaven Castle, which is, you know, a pretty decent run. But, you know, he learns the location of the Drothamstone Castle. The main guardians have been removed, you know, and you know, maybe you could get that for free just with the trade of information.
I will try and broker that with him.
Yeah.
And hopefully they don't just like capture me and do torture and stuff to figure
Oh,
out where it is.
well, if they do, just know we're coming. We'll
Okay.
send one of the eyes with you so we can
Oh,
watch and see what's going on, because it doesn't
that's
have
a
a
good idea.
distance.
That's true. It does not. It does not
That's a
have a
really good
distance.
idea then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna put the distance in the next book.
Yeah, I didn't ever consider the distance. So yeah, no, it is that would definitely be a relic type item that you've created. Okay, so Alora is going to
This is after we go
right.
down.
So first you're going to go back down into the mine.
Yeah, we need that experience
So
and treasure.
Yeah, let's roll it.
Yeah.
let's see.
I think if we try to hike it and go as a party, it's just so slow and so many encounter rolls, and without our heavy hitters, that's really not cool.
Actually, I don't think he bothered leaving his lair. Get other guy.
So, was the pedestal that the staff was on, did it have some alarm spell on it or something? What
No.
I tapped it with the fucking thing to disable any of that, but I was always curious now that that's all said and done, you know.
No, there was no. I don't think.
I was curious if I'd have got along with it, if I'd have just scooped and scored, or was that quick tappa really beneficial?
Uh,
Look at all those monsters that are up here that are not here anymore. In theory, the manticores might still be around, but
no, the pedestal itself wasn't uh wasn't trapped. That's
huh.
not trapped.
All right on.
These guys actually aren't here.
Oh,
And nor are these guys. And of course, he's not here.
I mean, unless
Most guys are
Alora's
gone.
pushing the issue, I would just like to kind of stick to the let's loot all the shit that's here in the main chamber, and then there was some shit up here, you know, down
I
here.
mean, you're the one who came up here. I didn't, so I'm just gonna follow your lead, right?
Yeah. I mean, down here there was some strange altars and shit way down here at the bottom, you know.
Yep.
And I mean that might be worth checking out. I know the mana cores are up here. I think it would be smart to avoid the combat if we could. At the very
Absolutely.
most, you know, at the very most, do an invisible, stealthy sneak in there and see if we can steal an egg or something. But I mean, that would be on our way out. We don't want to do that while we're doing our shit, you know. But I mean,
Okay.
that's
So if that's the plan, I would say Mavis did not come along.
okay.
She
She's
stayed outside because she's loud as shit and she's slow. So
yeah. And Borman will.
She's waiting down at the bottom of the hole.
she's probably, yeah, she probably would.
And Borman is going to be in his leathers, so he could have his speed to move about.
Okay. So where are you guys? Oh, wait. Mark this off.
And we're going to start out by sticking all the shit that's right here in the main chamber. We're just going to quietly.
Hmm.
We're just going to quietly gather up all this shit. Malachi will cast silence 15-foot radius right.
Right here.
Yeah, sure will.
Good
Okay.
call.
Second level necromancer spell.
So these are 10-foot squares. About like that. Oh wait, no.
Oh no, I want it to kind of
No,
half.
I know. I'm just trying to measure it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
Beautiful. I don't want any sound going down through there.
Okay.
You know,
And how long does that last?
you and your pesky questions, man. It's a second level spell. Spectral hand, skull sight, silent. 12 turns.
Okay. And
Oh, you can cast this motherfucker on creatures.
yeah, it'll move with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You cast that on a spellcaster, and that's basically like, well, you're not casting spells for fucking
Yeah.
12 turns,
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah.
It's even better than dispel.
I had it memorized because we were doing a bunch of sneaking around and shit. And I thought that we might be fighting a magic user of some sort. And that and choke.
Okay. What else are you doing?
Looting, watching.
So in here,
That's about it. All
So you
right.
already took the displacer cloak.
That's correct.
That was hanging on a rack. There is a table that is displaying 4 pieces of elaborate jewelry. They are worth 800 gold pieces each.
1 second. All right. 3 pieces of jewelry.
4.
4?
Yes.
Well, okay, if you insist.
And there is an open iron box that is overflowing with coins.
That was 800 each.
Yes.
Okay.
There are in the iron box there are 800 gold pieces.
I've got it.
Just a second.
Okay.
And 4,000 silver pieces.
Okay. I think we're all kind of just hanging out together, right? We're just kind of, moving around this thing. So if you're going to ambush us with manticores, I mean,
Well,
kind of,
they haven't had anybody to feed them. So they're looking for food.
okay.
And so that is all the treasure that's in this area.
Foreman will be
And
invisible, but
this area was set up kind of like a gallery, like he was displaying these, like they were
yeah,
his favorite pieces.
yeah. Then we're just gonna move our way into here,
Where?
up into the. There was treasure up in here that we didn't get. We just
Okay.
got. I just took the scepter, and so I mean, I think we're all just gonna kind of move,
You can
up in
move.
that.
You can move your exploration movement rate.
All right.
All right.
5, 6, 7. What is? How many do we get if we're light?
If you are light, light armor is 90-30.
So we get 90. All right.
If you're carrying treasure, that becomes 60-20. And I would.
Everything. Yeah, we came in here with both, because we have 2 bags of holding and they're both empty,
Okay.
and we've been putting them in there. That had to have been the plan.
Okay. And
Yeah.
okay.
Is that how far that was from there? Was Oh hell no! We could get all the way up in here with 90. Yeah.
Yeah, these are 10 foot. Hold on, let me double check. That seems awfully far. Yeah, that's why. There we go. Now measure it. I thought that was more. Yeah.
Cool. That's it right there.
Okay.
Laura, you're still. We're just all being a little party of close friends.
Yeah. I could rush ahead on the broom, but that seems foolish. So I'm staying behind.
Yeah. Well, if we get an encounter and you're able to, you should take Malachi and fucking go. They won't be able to do anything about Borman. They'll never know he's there.
Okay.
You know? And
Good point.
yeah. I mean, if it's something that we think might be a dangerous fight of any way, then I think you two should go, and Borman will just not attack. He'll just stay here, invisible, like the hero he is, hiding in the shadows bravely. And if Mavis is going to be down at the bottom of the hole, then Mavis should have the other ring of invisibility that the other
Wait,
dudes.
wait a minute. Wait,
So she's at
so
the tower, right? Mavis is at the tower.
yeah, because we would fly in, so they would have had
Yeah,
to fly in and put me down at the bottom and then fly
yeah,
back up. So
yeah.
yeah, I'd probably just be at the tower packing shit.
Okay, so Mavis is back at the tower packing.
Just fucked
Yeah.
off completely, yeah.
Yeah, because we came in from the top. I gotta think.
Right,
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
And Alora can roll a d6.
5.
Okay, so she doesn't notice that the hungry manticores have moved. You guys
Did
can
they
you
did they
can
notice us?
I rolled to see if they could smell you because they are hungry, and they
Oh,
did not.
okay, we'll keep moving then like nothing happened.
Yeah. We don't.
So you can move another 90 feet.
I'm just gonna move this right up into here.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Malachi, Alora, and Borman need to roll a d6.
Another 5.
5 and 3.
Okay, you are all very lucky. They smelled you, but wow, they can get all the way. They smelled Alora.
They got some crazy movement.
Yes, I do.
Wow.
He, oh, he got it right here. Ooh, he takes all of it. Right.
Do they see Alora?
Yes, right here.
She's got her little cloaky thing on though,
Okay.
right?
Mirror invisible.
They're tracking by scent.
Oh.
I guess I'm kind of stinky.
Right here. There was a scything blade trap that none of you tripped, and as this manticore comes running in, it trips that scything blade, and it took 8 points of damage from it.
In their own home.
I know, right? Alora, Malachi, and Borman roll a d6.
4.
3 and 5.
None of you are surprised.
Are they surprised?
No, they were tracking you.
Mm.
So roll initiative.
You have to add us.
Oh, sorry.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, we can try it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's a 5.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. So Alora, you see these two manticores come in, and of course, that scything blade gets one of them, and it takes blade damage, but it's still moving quite quickly. What would Alora like to do? She has one coming right for her.
Coming right for us. Okay.
It's coming right for me.
Gotta back up a bit, I suppose. Can I move back and throw the dagger? Is that possible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Let's see that. Yeah, 30 feet.
Come on. Probably not.
No, that is. Did I read
Well,
that right? Just about. It clanks off of the manticore's leathery wings, but doesn't do any damage.
yeah, gross.
Yeah, so these they have the face of a man, the body of a lion, bat-like wings, and a tail that is bristling with spikes. They usually dwell in wild mountainous regions, and they love to eat humans.
Hmm.
That's like their favorite Big Mac. Borman, what would you like to do?
Well, he's invisible,
Right,
so they can't see him.
right.
So he's just gonna kind of go right over here, like right there, and he's gonna backstab this guy.
Okay.
See if he can get the attention of the other one. So he's gonna backstab at this piece, and then he's gonna kind of, make a menacing yell. Is what he'll do.
Make yourself big. The manticores will run away.
Well, no, I'm trying to play the tank role.
Gotcha.
Is what I'm trying to do.
In leather armor.
Well, whatever. 11 probably doesn't hit.
And you're still 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that does not. It you go into attack and
Oh wait,
did you add your bonuses for backstab?
it's well, I did. I just did not add one of my +1s for weapon specialization, so it would have been
A 12.
12.
It still
I
is a
don't.
miss.
Yeah, I don't know what their AC is.
So yeah, you
I hit AC 5.
you swing and you come up just short, and you kind of make yourself big, trying to gain its attention. I would say you probably have succeeded. And the manticore is going to follow up on that. Let's see.
Okay, so my AC +2 shield and +1 leather armor.
He's going to make 2 claw attacks and 1 bite attack. So claw number 1.
I need to figure out my AC. I get +3 for my dex, and then I'm in +1 leather armor, and I have a +2 shield.
So I'm sorry, what was that?
I have a +2 shield, +1 leather armor, and then +3 due to my AC.
So +2 shield is going to be 3. So -3. And what was the next part of that?
And I have a +1 leather armor.
The leather armor, that's going to be armor class of 6 -3 gives you an armor class of 3. What's your dexterity bonus?
+3.
You get a +3 to dex?
I have an 18 dex.
Holy shit. So
That's been my
on leather armor you would have AC 0.
Okay, so I've got AC 0.
So
there you go.
Let's see. They have THACO 13.
So they need a 13 to hit.
And they hit they only hit AC 5. So yeah, they need to get a 13 or better to hit. That was first claw. Second claw.
That's going to hit.
That's going to hit. For 1 point of damage.
That's good.
And then a bite attack.
Fuck that. Yeah.
The other Manticore is not going to engage in melee. He
Hoping I'm going after his mate, and he wants to help his mate.
hundred and 80-foot range. So yeah, he is going to he swings his tail and snaps it, and you see 6 tail spikes come out towards Malachi.
AC4.
So he has to roll the time. My God, that seems like a lot.
That ain't gonna hit AC4.
No, that hits. Oh, that's AC 8. New. So these tail spikes go flying randomly around Malachi somehow. He does the Wyatt Earp thing, and you just see him go through his robes and just completely miss Malachi. Malachi, what do you want to do?
Malachi is gonna walk 1, 2. He's gonna kind of get right over here, and look, I'm gonna try to, because Borman, he's kind of over here on this side and everything, and these guys are kind of lined up. I'm gonna try to get that fear cone to catch both of these Manicores, but not get Borman. If I
Nice.
gotta get Borman, I gotta get him. But yeah, fear, be gone. They need to save our spells.
Well, look at that. You could get both of them and miss both Alora and Malachi.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Be gone. Gone, I say. Man, if 6 saves versus spells, that sucks.
This one is feared.
Thank God.
And this one is not. So this one will run away. Alora, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna I'm gonna hit it with a carrying rod.
Okay.
Okay, I don't remember how much damage it does if I hit. Oh, that's the option. Rod appearing. Here we go. Okay. Attacks with a +2 magic item, 1d8 damage. Alright. So, let's try. Come on.
Ugh.
Man,
Ugh.
I tried.
It's
Yeah.
okay. He's fixing to run away anyway, so it'll be fine.
So, instead of hitting him, Alora runs up and goes boop on his nose, and the Manticore's like, oh, and just gonna run away.
Yeah, it's got this look of terror in his face, and Laura felt bad.
She's taunting him. Run
Yeah.
away. Borman, what do you want to do?
Borman is in the heat of combat, and he still gets a +3, so he's going to use it. 18 will probably hit. That hits.
Yes, that does.
AC -1.
Yes.
So this is +2 on the damage, so 4.
Okay, so you reach out with your frostbrand and give him a stabby stab, and it lets out a shriek, and now it's really pissed off. Are you moving at all? Probably not, unless you want to do a fighting withdrawal.
No, I'm being the tank.
Okay.
I have a party to support me, and Borman probably looks at Malachi as kind of a woman, because he doesn't wear armor, so he's got to protect the women folk,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That reminds me of our Traveler games. It's like because the Aslan have distinct gender roles.
Yeah.
So whenever they would look at Keith, most Aslan just assume that he's a woman because
Yeah.
engineering is a woman's job. Go fix the jump drive and make me a sandwich. He yeah, he runs away somewhere. He runs away somewhere into the dungeon.
We'll be gone by the time that fear wears off.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's running as far as he can. The other
It
Manticore.
is gonna follow. Hey, where you going, Mildred?
No, he's gonna make another two claw and a bite attack on Borman.
Well, that sucks. Haha.
Yeah, that's a miss. That's
Haha.
a miss. That was a close one. And a bite attack. Oh, there you go.
Ah.
There you go. For 6 points of damage. So yeah, he claws and Borman ducks and dodges, and finally he comes down and just chomps on Borman's arm, and with his gnarly human teeth and his man face.
I don't like that at all.
Me neither.
I think it would be even more creepy if instead of a man's face, they had like the face of a baby. They just gum everything to death. or a baby with like old man dentures. That would be even worse.
Yeah, that'd be really creepy.
Malachi, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast choke. Save versus spells or suffer the choke.
Okay.
And it won't.
Ooh, he fails.
It'll take a D4 damage. It no longer is tracking by scent, so it takes 1 point of damage, and it's going to choke for six rounds.
Let's see here. Choke. What have we got for that? Probably nothing. They need some more icons.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. It now is going to take a -2 penalty to attack rolls.
Okay.
So now you need a 15 to hit me.
Okay. All right. So you see the Borman sees the Manticore just suddenly go and it's choking. Alora, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna run up and try and hit the thing because I think it's gross and I don't like it.
Yeah, they are. I mean, even without the baby face. Oh shit!
Damn it,
Come
Alora.
on.
That's nuts, man. What the hell?
I'm gonna go stand in the corner. I feel bad.
Laura runs up and swings and then runs away.
Painfully.
Back to you, Borman.
Borman is still fighting and missing. Yes. I was like, what is that? What is that look on your face? Oh, what is
You're
what is
gross.
wrong?
You're just
Yeah.
gross. Manticore.
You looking for that morale rating?
Well, there's that. Oh yeah, he fails his morale. He is going to do a fighting withdrawal. And see if he triggers the trap. He does not. And then he is going to do a 6 times tail spike on Borman. 1.
That'll hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Borman takes a tail spike for 4 points. 1. Ghost. That's a miss. Trace. Oh, wait. No, the first hit didn't hit.
Okay.
Because he's at -2.
Yep.
That's trace.
Okay, so I'm back to 7.
Miss. Miss. Oh, no, that hits 13 with the -2. So he hits for 2 points.
Okay.
And last one is a miss. God damn. That's just ridiculous.
Don't cry. Dry your eyes.
Yeah, you see the manticore with his man face crying. Malachi, what would you like to do? He's going to take another D4 of choking damage.
Yeah. That's a 1.
I'll throttle you eventually.
All right. If it's escaping, I'm thinking we're gonna let it escape. Would be what Malachi is more prone to do.
I agree.
So, yeah. So this would be 2 rounds of the choke. So I'd get 4 more. Would you like me just to go ahead and roll those 4 more D4 damage as that thing flees on its way?
Sure.
There you go. It's going to take another 9 as it's going away.
Okay. And it does run away.
Kind of hoping it might have died, but I don't know how many hit points these things have. And
They're beefy. Aside from the pedestal with the red velvet pillow was right here. Aside from that, there's nothing else in this room. However, there are these 2 boulders that have been placed here and here that are just there.
we've been behind there. There's just a shaft.
Yep, and there is a hole in the ceiling that
Yeah.
goes somewhere.
Yeah. I explored that as a gaseous cloud.
Right.
But I guess I need to disable the trap there.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
And it's disabled.
Okay, so the trap is no more.
So there's no treasure here, just that, huh?
Just that.
Well, then the only other place I think could be treasure would be down past the displacer beasts, maybe.
I don't know.
There are.
I mean.
So this was the
Manicore place.
lair. You haven't explored over in. There's some areas here that haven't been explored, and there's of course this area down here that you haven't explored, and then of course there is Edyca's private chamber.
Maybe in his private chamber.
Yeah, that's gotta be where it is.
Yeah, we're really just trying to figure out where we get our 3 cool loot rolls off his fucking victory, and then I'm thinking we'll consider this place cleaned up. So, I mean, yeah, maybe do a cursory run through of the Minotaur's lair since we're right here.
Okay, go ahead and move your exploration movement right.
All right, we're just all gonna kind of huddle together. You want me to move you, Alora, with us?
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That gets us down here.
Okay. So this this is a smooth passage with just what looks like roughly cut stairs. And the stairs are smooth too. It looks like Edyca probably used his disintegration beam and, just kind of carved these stairs into the stone. And so this is these stairs are kind of going into a hole in the ceiling that's at a sharp incline that goes up. So the Minotaur lair descends down into this hole. Aside from that, there is nothing down
Yeah.
I mean, you see, you know,
bedding and shit.
yeah, there's straw laid out on the floor, and you can see, where these two minotaurs were sleeping. But aside from that, you don't see anything.
Do we need to break or anything, or can we continue on?
No, you can continue on.
Okay, so I'm trying to go to the areas that were known, you know? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That gets us in here.
Okay.
And then if we're going again, we're going to just continue on down into 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That gets us in here.
Okay, hold on just a moment.
And I'm with all those, I can be invisible again, so I will be.
Yes, you can make yourself invised. And I was not with it this morning.
That backstab is just too beautiful.
Yeah, and being invisible definitely helps with that.
Yeah, because even if we're surprised, I just stand there invisible for a round, you
Right.
know, and go, oh, oh.
Yeah, right. Oh. Inner.
Because
So,
I'm thinking that Minotaurs could possibly come back. The time thing. I mean, I don't want to be here when anything returns.
I agree.
Yeah,
I just want the treasure so bad.
yeah. That's all I'm
Malachi,
wanting.
Malachi, Borman, and Alora roll a d6.
6.
4, 6.
Okay, so never mind.
I guess
You can move again.
just start looking for traps as we move along. Let me do that. I should be able to see any traps as we're moving through. Do you want me to roll multiple times for this, or
go,
just
go ahead and move your 90 feet.
all right?
Where are you going?
10, 30, 40, 50, well, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That gets us up in here.
Okay. Go ahead and make another traps check.
I should find them unless they're
Okay.
cleverly hidden.
And you do. So right here, the ceiling is set up to be falling blocks will fall down on potentially whoever is checking in here. But this room is not nearly as scary as it used to be. This is Edyca's inner sanctum. It's made of smoothly polished stone. There's a 20-foot ceiling. Everything is polished smooth, almost to a glass-like shine. These are 4 square braziers that are lit, and then in the middle is a central fire pit. And on this wall, there is an iron lockbox, and in the floor right here is a 20-foot diameter hole that leads off into darkness. Um, and this hole appears like it was probably how he, or one of the ways that he would have quickly escaped the lair. Um,
I mean, wait,
the iron box is locked.
is it really?
So,
Sure.
I'm assuming now. Did you want to shore up these blocks, or just avoid the area?
They would just avoid the area. So
Okay.
everybody just kind of, let's all just stick to this way in and out.
Okay.
Don't go down there unless we have to. And then so yeah, we'll kind of come over here
Okay.
because we're all soft and
So right off the top, the iron box has 600 gold pieces in it.
Nice.
That's the first thing.
Who's right?
I'm getting them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
And then find my treasure tables, because this is where his loot is. Roll percentage.
Oh, you do it, please, because I'm being the secretary.
Sure.
Ooh, that's
See,
good
I
roll.
knew it. You've been rolling low all day, so hell yeah.
My superpower. Roll like
Yeah,
shit.
roll low.
There are 3 gems. Roll a d20.
Okay.
3 gems.
3 gems worth 10 gold pieces each.
Okay.
And then another treasure table. Roll percentage again.
Should be me once more.
Yeah, if you don't mind doing the rolling, so I don't have to switch things. I can easily pawn the results off on you.
Ooh.
Nothing on that table.
Damn it. Okay.
And then the last table.
What a crap table. Yeah,
Man, oh no.
it's
Aw.
okay.
We found
Don't
3
feel
gems.
bad, man. You know,
Aw.
And nothing on the final table.
he was a broke dick dog.
Apparently, man. No wonder I had to use so many charm spells. You didn't have shit.
Yeah. Well, we
So
still got it.
that was it in here.
Well,
You guys have still collected quite a bit of XP. Those basilisks and the
The gold.
and the manticores were
go.
worth it.
Should we take a peek at the blacked out area? Is Borman curious at all?
Man, I'm just knowing we're packing real light in the fighting department right now. You know?
We
I
can
mean,
run away. And
yeah,
you can be invisible and
yeah.
like just see what's over there.
All right. Yeah, let's head back to this main.
You know, I mean, basilisks are known for hoarding treasure too.
Okay. Well, we'll go in the basilisk area real quick.
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90. There's that one turn. If you're going to roll something, or do we keep going?
You can keep going.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That gets us up in there. I'm looking for traps, of course. So
And you don't find any traps, but
there's a bunch of statues and shit in here. Maybe they've got treasure that we can steal.
there is a bunch of statues in here, and you see, graveled out areas where these basilisks were bedding. And in that, in those bedded areas, you do find, or perhaps you find, you get a percentage roll.
I don't feel bad if you fail. Just roll. See?
That might be all right.
Yeah, you just never roll in the middle. See? It's okay. Yeah. You detonate an explosive device.
Ooh, it's all over for you.
The holy hand grenade of Antioch explodes in your hand as you lift it up.
You find 1,000 platinum pieces.
Ooh, there you
Ooh.
go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
And shit. Okay. Yeah, no, that was a good roll. The f- oh.
Are these statues like just the skin is turned to stone and they're wearing clothes and armaments and
No,
stuff?
no, entirely stone.
Everything, body parts, everything they were carrying got turned to stone with them.
Yep. Some of them have crumbled. Roll a d4.
Alright. Three.
And roll percentage.
I've got an idea.
70. You find a mirror.
It's a mirror.
That would have been useful finding those one things. Mm,
It might be a magical mirror too.
that'd be even better.
Yeah. Look at yourself in it.
Do I look good?
Well,
You turn to stone.
Oh shit.
no. It is a large looking glass. I mean, this is a big mirror. It is 5 feet tall and 2 feet wide. And you kind of look at yourself in it.
Ooh, it might be like a portal.
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
Uh, make a intelligence ability check.
Oh, you're good at that. See?
Yeah.
So,
Rolling.
while looking in this mirror, over your shoulder, you can see Borman, who is looking, poking through stuff, and he's kind of checking out the statues. And you can hear his thoughts.
Oh, weird.
This
Is he
is
thinking something really gross?
probably it's Borman. This is a mirror of mental prowess. Well,
I say, ew, woman.
I will
Yeah.
give you the whole thing because this mirror does a lot of shit. Like I said, this was
You ever can't break off a chunk of it.
these were good rolls.
It's just so big. I don't know. Well, while he's doing all that, okay, why? What do you think about, if these people have been petrified, what if we tapped them with the dispel staff? They'll turn back to normal.
Nope. You're in order to
Like
reverse
remove
that, you
thirst
need
or
to.
something.
It's like flesh or stone to flesh, I believe.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like wondering if that would work, and it seemed like I asked a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like it's
it
like
won't.
undead, for instance.
Yeah.
Yes, they were created with magical powers, but once they are created, they are their own creature. Um, so this is the mirror of mental prowess.
Wow, body.
Dude, this is badass.
Yeah, I told you it's a good roll.
Wait, I need to read this again. Okay. And then you
So,
just step
yeah.
into it. So it has to be big.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Alright.
5 feet by 5 feet tall by 2 feet wide.
but this, in theory, you could think about uh uh
Holy
this.
crap, let's take all our stuff home. We don't
That's what
need
I'm
help anymore.
saying.
Yeah.
First, we just step in, right? And oh yeah, this gets all our shit home, and we don't have to do all that fucking across the, because we know about Braunhaven.
Yeah. Well, you know
Yeah,
about Castle Braun too. I mean, you could show up right at the front gates if you wanted to.
I know that's our home. That's what I'm talking about.
So are
Oh,
we
Make
oh.
it.
gonna take stuff through and then make the other characters carry it the rest of the way back to
Yeah,
the castle, I guess? Because we can't take it through itself.
why?
Or wait, when you step out the other side of the mirror, is it behind you or not?
Uh, can I find it? There it is. So it says, when scrying, the character may choose step into the mirror, appearing in the observed location. This location works the same as a 6th level illusionist spell through the looking glass. So through the looking glass, we can just look that spell up. So it says anyone who perceives the portal may step out of the mirror and into the location whence the caster originated. So it is one round per level, and it's a 6th level spell, meaning that the portal would be open for 11 rounds. So it wouldn't be open long enough necessarily for you to take all of your stuff back through, but it,
11 rounds. We could do a lot of prep work and get a lot of shit done to
and
go.
it
I mean,
doesn't say there's really 3 times per day you can scry on a location. So you can make 3 runs per day. Basically everybody carrying everything that they can hold or drag and step through the mirror 3 times a day.
But at the last one, we're gonna need to take the mirror with us. So
That's the problem. You can't take the
yeah.
mirror with you.
Oh, we can't move it from this room, or
I mean, you could pick it up, but you'd have to manually carry it all the way back to
go
Castle
back to the
Braun.
Braunhaven. Yeah. Would it fit in the bag of holding, or is it too big?
It's too big.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
That might be worth it.
I mean, I
Really
don't.
I
cool.
think it would be worth it to take it to Castle Braun, and then we could just stash our loot places, and we could scry back to that location, step through, and then
Oh no, it would fit. Objects of up to 10 feet by 5 feet by 3 feet can fit inside the bag.
there we
So
Yes.
go.
this
Yeah,
mirror
Okay.
would fit
It's
in the bag.
coming back with us for
yeah,
sure.
we're definitely taking that. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Do
Let's go
another.
prepare for transporting stuff, I
Well,
think.
Yeah.
you're not done yet. Roll another d4.
Oh.
Ha
Oh, okay.
ha 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 ha.
Ah,
You guys
okay.
got all excited about the good roll. A 3 and roll percentage. 55.
Probably not anything. That's okay.
You find a polished, roughly hewn piece of decorative stone. Looks like it's probably an agate. And you find this on the ground, and it's fist sized.
Oh, cool.
And you want me to have Malachi take a quick glance at it while she's away
Sure.
with the intelligence? I did roll below my 16 intelligence.
Oh, cool. Maybe there's something special about it.
Yeah. He might be able to give some insight into the stone.
I mean, it doesn't match anything else in this room, and so you are. I mean, you without casting detect magic, um, you are guessing that it is magical in some way.
Okay. I mean, I think I suggest we just stick it in the bag of holding and inspect it all when we go. I don't know how to investigate a stone. You know, maybe pick it up and look for
Throw it
runes
at
or something.
somebody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's
Don't throw
something
it.
that summons something or something, I mean,
So who's picking it up?
Was it Malachi? Because he's looking at it? Or I'll do
well,
it if you don't.
how about this? Why can't we look in the mirror and ask the mirror a question about the fucking stone?
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. Mirror, mirror in my hand, tell me about the stone in the can.
So it says the questions have to be about a creature that is
Okay.
reflected in the mirror.
Okay. Tell me about the stone that Malachi just looked at.
It's a smoothly polished agate.
I'm just gonna pick it up. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's in my hand now. Am I dead?
No,
Awesome.
but I do have to write a note.
It's not radioactive, I guess.
Yeah, I know. He sneaks sneaky bad shit. So I don't know. I mean,
Sneaky badge.
it made you think, though. Did our rules lawyer my way around?
And finally, roll another d4.
Okay.
A 4. And roll percentage.
Wow.
93. Okay. You know, I've been wondering when and if you guys are going to get one of these. You find a vial of scintillating liquid in a crystal vial. And it seems like it's shifting colors and
Did I
appears
write
to be a
that one
little bit
down?
bubbly.
It sounds like a potion, kind of.
That's what I think, too.
Vial of scintillating.
You can taste it if you'd like.
Okay.
So this is a vial of sweet water.
Huh.
Vial of sweet water.
And let me pop that up for you.
I haven't assigned it. I've just been putting all this shit in the bag of on the list of shit I got to deal with. So I mean, I think we're probably going to consider the mirror as a party item because it's going to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we only bring it out at parties.
Yeah.
It's really cool to be able to read other people's minds at parties.
Well, asking questions about things. I mean, all right, it's got to be a creature. Okay. You're not going to let me ask about stuff or whatever the creature's holding or do, you know. Is Malachi being
Well,
dumb by picking up the rock?
it would be the assumption that the mirror would tell you what the creature knows about the object that it's holding, and Malachi knows not much. So
Okay.
this is Sweetwater.
Oh, cool.
Basically, it will purify water.
If
And
we
it
find
does.
it,
If it's poured into a potion, it will render the potion non-magical.
If we find a creature living in salt water, we could pour this in there and fuck their shit up really bad.
Yeah, I mean, 100,000 cubic feet. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
their whole living environment would be
Yeah,
Yeah,
converted.
yeah. I
that's a
mean,
game changer.
it's not gonna do much in an ocean because all that salt water will collapse in. But if it is like a small bay, like if you were to drop this into Depot Bay,
And hurt some whales for sure.
yeah, that would fuck some shit up.
It's a one-use item, though, right?
Yep, looks
Yep.
like it.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And then
There's more.
there is more.
All right.
Roll percentage. 56.
Mm.
Okay. Double check. I already have this in here. I do not. Okay. You find another potion. And on this potion, on the bottle, is a label that just says "Drink me."
Well, I'll taste it.
Okay. So you taste it. Alora tastes it, and you see her, Malachi and Borman. You see her. Looks like she gets a little bit bigger.
Growth. Potion of growth.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Alora's the alchemist, so you'll take the vial of sweet water and the potion of growth on your list of bookkeeping and things you have to remember you have in the
Yep,
time of
it's
need.
on there.
Yeah. I just make sure to clarify that so we don't double bookkeep, and
Right.
use the globe
That's
of total annihilation twice.
Keep your accounting straight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
a good point.
is potion of growth.
Doubles in size.
And your melee attacks would deal double damage.
Dang. We should give that to Gentry sometime.
Right?
Yeah.
Rule.
Well, I mean, it's good we're doing this because this location has really used up our little magic one dingers and stuff,
And last but not least, make a percentage roll.
Bet you want to go low this. Roll a 1. Roll a 1. Oh well.
Can do that.
Okay. You find a scroll. And it is usable by all characters. It is written in a non-magical language.
Mm.
Roll of true polymorph.
No.
I know.
Something else that you guys have not had that could potentially be a lifesaver.
Hey, Glenn showed up last night, Cameron.
Really? He's okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's okay. He just screwed up. He thought that I was the one leaving on a trip for the wedding, and so he didn't show up Wednesday night thinking that we were playing.
Oh, okay. All right.
So this is what you find.
Hmm.
And so protection scrolls have a 10-foot radius circle around whoever reads the scroll. And if the reader moves, the circle of protection moves with them.
Touching some magic.
You've got that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool.
And
Well, we don't want to double bookkeep. We want to record all our shit.
that is everything that is in the Basilisk lair.
What do you think? Should we leave?
Yeah, that was excellent. I'm not going to push my luck after all the cool things that we found.
Yeah. So then I'll just have one question as Allura and Malachi shuttle out on the first thing. Borman will go see if there were wyvern eggs.
You mean manticore eggs?
Yeah. Sorry.
There were not.
Okay.
So in this period of time that you were looting, that counts as your 10-minute rest. Where are you going?
To the tower.
Okay, so you are using the mirror to scry. Or wait, no, you're just leaving.
Yeah. Allura and Malachi will jump on the broom and zoom out while Borman waits while invisible.
Okay.
And then while they're doing that first trip, Borman will probably sleek off into the Manicore lair, and while he looks for traps, just carefully chill in there to see if there's anything worth the fuck in there.
Nope. There was actually.
He'll tell them that he's going to do that. He'll be like, "I'm just going to peek in the Manicore lair while you guys are doing the first trip, just to see if there's an egg or a baby or something." And who wouldn't want a Manicore baby, right?
Ooh, I do not.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a percentage check, Borman.
No, there ain't nothing in there. 95.
There's nothing in there now.
Yeah. Then there we go. Seeing there's nothing in there, I'll creep back and wait for the broom to return to ride out.
Okay. And I did 2 checks. Those wandering minotaurs, who knows where they're at. And so, you make it back to the tower. So, what is your plan from here?
If we step through the mirror portal, can we step back real quick?
You have 10 rounds. Or 11 rounds.
I thought we'd send our goons back and forth
Yeah.
in case something goes horribly wrong, you know?
Yeah, can do that. We can send everybody through and leave 2 people to broom it with invisibility rings, zooming across the landscape.
So, these guys...
These are suggestions, that's all. But all our minions, we can definitely send them back to Castle Braun. And the charmed guys, after they, we could tell them to, while it's, how about this? We step through once, right? We talk to our staff and all of that. We bring a bunch of stuff. We store it in the vault, and then we all step back through, right?
Mm-hmm.
To here. So it's just like a deposit. You know, leave one person here. Everybody step through. They take the shit. They put it in a thing. Then the person here opens up the portal. We all step back through to where we are. Load everybody up again. The next day, and do load after load until everything's there, and then send party members with them, and just leave somebody here to scry back and open up the portal. You know, everybody, we could look everything that we shuttled through real quick. We could go ahead and we spend the 10 rounds, like 8 rounds of it. We're just constantly just running through and dropping treasure on the other side and coming back. And then toward the end of it, we have our people at Castle Braun, except for one person over here, uh, waits. And then while we're over there with Castle Braun, we can use the eye, and you just send a signal to the eye, hey, go ahead and open the portal up again. And then the person that's over here opens up the portal.
So the max that your minions can carry is 1,600 coins worth of weight.
Mm-hmm.
And
But we have mules.
When these guys are carrying 1,600 coins of weight, they can move 10 feet.
That's about all they need to move to get through the portal, though, right?
It's true.
And dump it. Yeah.
Yeah. And when we got mules.
And so the mules, and I have that here. The mules can carry 4,000 coins worth of weight.
We have several mules.
So,
and I mean, they can move 40 feet. So
I like
have,
your plan
you
until after we move all the stuff. Then we need to get the mirror to Castle Braun. I think it should live there.
I do too.
Right? Okay, cool.
That's what I'm saying. We have the eyes, right? So you open up the portal, and for 10 rounds, there's this portal between Castle Braun and way out here. And so we send all our people through with horses, with everything. We just take as much shit as we can, and then one person stays here. And as we put everything in the vault and kind of handle our affairs back home, then they wave and we open the portal again, and then everybody comes back over here. And at the end of it, we've taken our shit in Castle Braun, put it in the vault, and we've all ended up back over here. And then we set our minions free because they're a pain in the ass to keep up with, and all they really work for is porters. And we're all over here. And then while we're all over here, then we begin the journey to Castle Braun with the mirror.
Okay, that sounds like a great plan.
Does that make sense to you, Chris?
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So using the Malachi's magnificent dragon eyes, or whatever the fuck I named it that day, we can use that to do visual communications to one way, but it's enough to tell
You
whoever.
can do hand signals and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying,
you can talk through the portal.
yeah, but the portal's going to close.
Yeah, it'll be like to say open it back up again.
Yeah,
because you can only see through the eyes. You can't communicate.
Well, you can. Yeah, you send the person that's got the visual side of the eye on
use hand signals. I gotcha.
Yeah, and just flip. Hey, ready, like this, and then you'd be like, okay, the international peace sign.
Right.
And yeah, and then the portal opens up, and then we shuttle everything, and then because it's a big rush in the beginning, and then you got plenty of time to take everything down to the vault, talk to our minions, pay some people, and there that should get everything inside our big vault.
So in 11 rounds.
So it'll take like 4 days to do it?
If it takes, I mean, it's just a rinse and repeat until we get it all moved and stored.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 11 rounds using the mirror, just the minions. This is not including the
bags of holding.
This is not the mules. This is just the minions. They can move 88,000 coins of treasure.
Do we see if Zachary wants to work at Castle Braun? Now that there's an easy way for her to get out.
Well, I mean, you're scrying. So where are you scrying them to? I mean, if you want to go directly to the vault, you can.
Oh, hell
I
yeah!
mean, you've been
Then
in the vault, so
yeah. Then it's just a rinse and repeat. Just everybody drop it off in the vault and come right back through and make sure you're on this side when you're done.
So then the question is, do you know how many coins you actually have?
Brian has that.
Oh shit. Okay.
I am going to eyeball it, and it would say that I mean, there was a lot.
Yep.
Cool.
There was a fuck ton in this tower. I would say that you could do one day with 3 scrying trips, including the mule, to get everything through.
Done. Count it. Write it up. Yada yada yada. All our shit is deposited in the vault.
Right.
That's what I want to do.
Should we leave Zachley here though? Or should we ask if he wants to go where he cast the Braun?
Are you talking about the merchant?
The housemaid.
That
Oh
housemaid,
yeah, I'm cool with the housemaid moving to Castle Braun.
if she wants to.
Yeah, if she wants to. She should be, if she wants to stay here, just know that the dwarves will be returning and reclaiming their home.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
So,
because I'm thinking if we deposit everything in Castle Braun, we should go back to Zalatoheim and gain favor
let
with
them
the
know.
king. Yeah, and tell them about because this is their rightful. I mean, this is their kinfolks shit. I mean, this is their birthright, kind of.
That's true. Yeah.
So, Laura, if you're going to ask Zachley if she wants to join up with you guys at Castle Braun, go ahead and make a roll 2d6 and add your charisma modifier.
Ooh.
So, her first question is, she's a kobold, but she's not entirely stupid, and the idea is not unattractive to her. How much are you offering for pay?
I have no idea what
So,
they
so mean would be 2 silver a day, and that would be a -2 to the roll. Poor would be 5 silver a day, which is a -1. The standard is 1 gold piece. Decent pay would be 5 gold pieces, which is a +1 to the roll, and lavish would be 10 gold pieces per day, which is a +2 to the roll.
the one below lavish. Let's do that.
So decent.
Yeah. Let's see if she'll take decent wages.
So go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your charisma +1 again.
She walked away.
Oh.
I'm right here though. I'm still in the same room.
It's okay. Chris was not looking at this screen. He was looking off to the side. And,
Even worse. Okay. And
Yeah.
then it was going to be another +1, so I got the same thing again.
Yeah, it says roll again. There we go. So yeah, she accepts the offer, and
Okay.
and she, she will, she has to think about it for a bit, but she will move to Castle Braun and be your personal chef.
Wow. Cool.
I mean,
Have
she's a
somebody to cook
kobold
for us
chef,
there.
so I
Yeah.
don't know how much to expect from that, but
I mean, I'm thinking if we keep sending people to Castle Braun and we keep investing in having Castle Braun rebuilt, eventually it'll be like a little township, and we could go home and things have happened, and that's our home. We'll have a place. We know our animals that we have there are well cared for, and
So what are you doing with your charmed guys? Now keep in mind, if you release them from the charm,
You're gonna be
they're going to be
mad.
unhappy, and they'll probably attack you.
We can
Oh.
wake up before they do, right? And release them. Is that possible?
I mean, why don't we just send them on a sojourn?
You could just make
Yeah.
them go
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, I told them, travel down in the Underdark and explore as much as you can.
Okay. So these guys, these three Duergar are from the capital, the Duergar capital of shit. I don't remember.
Yeah,
The Druidgar capital. Okay,
Yes, the
yeah.
Duergar capital.
that
Hold on.
one.
No, I, I have, I have.
I'll just tell them to go home. It is time to go home. Your conquest days have ended.
Felsencleft. So they are from the Duergar capital city of Felsencleft, which is deep into the uh, mythic underworld of Braunhaven.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, you could just tell them to go home.
that's the goal. You guys go home. Go home and multiply.
Okay, so they are charmed. They will, they go back into the mine, and because there is, of course, underdark or underworld access in Drothamstone.
Oh,
This guy was a uh, roaming. I think he was a berserker, if I remember. What are you telling him to do?
You need
that's
to go home too. They all need to go say hi to their moms.
well,
So yes, he's. You're right. I miss my mom, and he heads off into the forest. Then the last question is, what are you doing with the dwarven merchant who is not charmed?
telling them
Oh,
thank.
he can hang.
Yeah, you can travel with us. We are traveling somewhere to do something, and or you can go on your way. Thank you for all your supplies. The crap we leave behind here, you're welcome to, because I doubt we're coming back.
So yeah, he's going to set out probably for Zlatoheim in the morning.
Cool.
Um, and so he's taken care of. You guys can all roll a d6 to get back hit points.
Ugh.
Oh wait, I think I was fine.
I need to be touched with a stick.
Okay.
Borman does.
Yeah, we can do
Touched
that.
by a
Couple
handful.
of yeah.
Here you go. That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm just down 2. That's no big deal.
Yeah, those manticores kind of fucked your shit up
That's a good bite
a
in
little
there.
bit with their baby chompy bites and their
Yeah.
spikes.
Now, where are we going to Zlatoheim? Is that where we're headed?
Yeah, we should tell them about the mine.
Yeah. And just take the road back, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You
that's
know.
of course one option. I mean, there is. Yeah, you would travel faster via the road if that's your
We could
brother's.
take one more day and scry through the mirror one more time if we really want to too. If it
Yeah.
would save time. But I don't know if it would.
We could scry through the mirror, go to Zlatoheim, do all our meetings and stuff.
You
You
know that
know. They,
you know that there is a wood elf village to the south of you. There are some ruins. There's a trapper's cabin. There's another mine down here. Um,
Mhm.
if you go down this eastern side of the mountain, of course you would be going cross country.
see, that's what I'm saying. I I mean, we don't really have Brian right now, so we got a couple of guys. What if we used Jackson and Gentry, left him with the eye? We stepped into Zlatoheim,
Uh,
right? And then they know we send them the signal,
yep.
you know, to bring us back to here.
Okay. Yeah, you
And
could do that.
yeah, and so we'll just go to Zlatoheim, and there from Zlatoheim, we'll be able to talk to the king, tell them about where their thing is, maybe get a reward of some sort, and then we'll end up back here. And then by the time that we get all that done, maybe it'll be time or close to time to end, and then Brian because when we get right back here and our boxes are checked, I mean, I'm thinking we need to go to Tandalizing Tower and we need to head that way. We have the keys.
Right. Yeah, you got the keys now.
Wait, where is the tower? I don't
It
remember.
is in the Imperial Port.
Yeah.
Okay, so way away from here.
Yeah. I mean, with wandering monsters and shit like that, and then what happened to Brian's characters, and if they were with us, why didn't they help fight? All those stupid questions. We don't have to deal with that. We could just do the.
Brian's characters hung out at the tower and with Mavis.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, like if we're breaking out and we're all leaving here and we're headed anywhere, then in theory, Brian's characters are with us. But if we get in a fight, Brian's characters aren't with us.
That's true.
So we lose that fighting ability. But if we do a quick step through and they stay here and guard the mirror, story wise, then they're back with us and we just break out from here next week to our destination. Which, I mean, I want to go to the Imperial City next.
Yeah, well, the Imperial Port is, there's so much there. God, I can't believe how long that book took to write. There's, I don't know, I'm excited to get into that book because there's so much shit there.
Oh, so we have DM support.
Yeah, I mean, if that's where you want to go. I mean, it's an
well,
open
you wrote
world.
the book.
I mean, you've got the keys. That is the obvious next choice.
We've spent a lot of time looking and gathering and thinking and remembering, to get this. I mean, there was a lot of mental investment, and this is where Cameron said she wanted to go, was to go check that out. So, and that sounds like there's loot to me.
Yes.
On Borman's side, and Malachi will do what Alora tells him.
So, in Zolotoheim, are you going anywhere else first before you head to? So this is, of course, Castle Ston in Zolotoheim. Are you going anywhere? Are you just going straight? Are you scrying directly to the castle, or are you doing anything else in Zolotoheim?
Man, we've got news. I think we can walk right into the fucking king's throne room.
That would wow him a little bit.
You probably can. Yeah, just show up and like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Maybe as a reward we can get some choice books from his library to add to ours. I don't know, but anyway, it makes it easy to. Yeah.
Well, they aren't too mad that we took everything when they get there.
I don't know. We left him a mine that with fucking legendary forges.
That's true. Yeah, they'll have all kinds of fun over there, won't they?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And we can warn him about fucking, that there is some fucking passages to the Underdark that, the
need to be
beholder.
Sealed up.
Yeah, you might want to seal that shit up.
Not mine too deep.
So yeah, you pop out of the mirror right into the King Commonstan's chamber. You've got 11 rounds. What are you? And he's of course kind of shocked that you appear, and he's like, "What?" And at first he starts to call for the guards, and then realizes who you are, and says, I wasn't aware that you had that. You didn't. I wasn't aware that you had access to this type of magic. So excuse my shock. What are you?
We're gonna say we found Drothenstone.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. And what is the state of the mine?
It had a beholder, it had a stone dragon guarding it, but we killed them, and it seems like what happened is they mined too deeply and hit the Underdark, and that was what caused the downfall. The forges still work.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's about the state of the mine.
So he immediately is excited by this news. You can see that he's already starting to plan to send um, an expedition of dwarves to pretty much to reclaim Drothamstone. He's excited by the idea of um, retaking a lost portion of the dwarves' history. He wants to know. He says, "Do you happen to know what happened to my cousin Nothram?"
Do we? I don't remember.
I mean, it looked
Was
like
he
that
the
they,
king?
yeah, there was the beholder. He uncovered the beholder, and the beholder was probably charmed him and used him as a bitch for several till he died. What I would guess.
Yeah, and he's he's quite saddened by this
Uh,
news.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I would be too.
I don't
Gosh.
think the beholder made him do sexual favors or anything. If that makes you feel better.
Well, I
um,
do. So,
Yeah.
let's see.
which eye stalk was that?
Oh yeah.
The sexual favors I stock.
Yeah.
So he is greatly impressed um that you came
Thank
back
God.
and basically pointed him towards this lost piece of dwarven history, and he he is aware. I mean, from your last visit, he's aware of your plans of that. I mean, he thinks that it's a fool's errand and complete folly that you want to kind of orchestrate the downfall of Emperor Belution and the Glaucian Empire, or that you're kind of trying to maneuver to put Alora in a queen or duchess capacity. He thinks that's
Not gonna happen.
probably not going to happen. He would bet against it, but um, on the you guys have impressed him, and on the
Cool.
outside chance that you somehow do succeed in that, um, the dwarves of Zlatoheim would count you as allies for whatever
Sweet.
future that you're trying to set up for the region.
That's great news.
Yeah. Just make sure to remind him that he didn't think we could find Drothenstone either. And
That's
there you
true.
go.
Mm.
That is true.
Yeah, there might be some random black dragon droppings throughout the whole place. Just
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 ignore
ignore
those.
never,
those.
just ignore that. It'll eventually decompose and go away.
It's
You
mostly
know.
acid, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, he does give you a finder's fee of a
Oh,
1,000 gold
yeah.
pieces.
Sounds
Nice.
great. Yeah. I'll add that to the one in front of that 800, and that makes it 1,800. That's math.
I mean, you could just divide it up. Um,
I figured when Brian comes back around, if we want to do a big divide up of assets or whatever to put money in everybody's pocket,
I
we
mean,
can. But if
it would come out to roughly 166 gold pieces and 6 silver per person,
uh,
if divided by 6.
I mean, if anybody needs, we've just been kind of funding everything out of a party fund for the most part. I mean, if I don't know what Cameron thinks, if she wants to get our own gold, we can definitely split. I don't know.
I think the big pile for the group is fine.
Yeah,
Well,
we
so keep in mind, right now, pretty much all of your loot is back at Castle Braun. So the 1,000 gold pieces, aside from what you are each carrying individually, is all you have.
yeah,
Which
and
am I feeling
yeah.
individually?
If we need more, we have the ability to go make withdrawals.
That's true. You can use
So
presently you can use the mirror.
yeah,
I have
I
a
mean
fair amount on each of my characters,
that's
actually.
what
I
I'm
have pretty
saying.
cool.
I'm not short on any kind of gold.
Okay.
Uh we've not really been spending a whole hell of a lot of money. Um would like if the king would like, he can put together a group of his men and have them with their supplies, and when we open the portal to go back, they can follow us through, and they'll be right there at the castle, and they can they'll have to walk back, but
He wants a shortcut. There's one right
yeah,
now.
yeah. And if he wants to show some appreciation for that, sending stonemason to Castle Braun to help rebuild that would go a long way.
Make a go ahead and make a 2d6 plus charisma roll.
Oh, you just mean 2d6, because
Yep.
Mormon is not the charismatic one. 8.
Roll. Okay.
How much are you offering for pay for stonemasons to go to Castle Braun?
Oh, we pay good.
Lavish then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, stonemasons will pay a lavish fee if they do good
Yeah,
work.
so that's 10 gold a day,
They'll do good work.
Yeah.
which makes that a 10. Yeah, he accepts that offer.
Sweet.
He will send stonemasons. How many were you wanting to hire?
I mean, if we got like 5 stonemasons to go out there, I mean, that's a pretty decent sized crew.
Yeah, that's 50
You know,
gold per day. How many days do you want to?
we should keep them for a month. And then with the option of retaining them longer, depending on how much they go.
So that's 35.
That's 1,500 gold for the month.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we could take that out of the shit that we just dropped off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
guys
not
are
bad.
fairly rich.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, stonemasons count. Oh, actually, though,
If we would be open for them just doing a flat fee, and we just pay for the job, and your stonemasons guild can go in there.
so they would be specialists.
They probably cost more.
Maybe.
Man, we had over 60,000 in gold. Well, I mean, we've really dropped a whole bunch of shit off.
So yeah, it is a little bit more. Let's see. So it's actually 3,750 for the month because they're 25 gold a day.
Okay.
I'm just
I
saying.
know.
I'm saying they're the same. They're equal to like blacksmith.
Fair enough.
That's
I mean,
that's still compared to the amount of money you have for a month. That's not much for 5 stonemasons.
yeah.
I hope they help us fix up our place.
Right.
Well, we've already paid for some people to go and
Yeah,
start on that.
you've already got 2 that are back there. So
So this more than doubles the workforce going into that.
They're going to be so mad. They're going to be like, we walked all the way here, and you just got to step through me.
right. Well, I mean, you could just portal them to Castle Braun. You've got
We could do that.
You'll have one
That's
more
what I
use.
mean. Is the first 2 that we sent didn't get to do
right.
that.
The first 2 are gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're going to be jealous.
Shit, I don't even know if they've made it all the way there yet.
Yeah, they'll get beaten by somebody that just portaled.
Yeah, we've definitely given you
Had to
homework
fight
where you got.
snowstorms
Yeah.
and avalanches and mudslides, and these guys just got to walk through a mirror. Assholes.
Right.
So yeah, he's perfectly willing to send 5 stonemasons with you back to Castle Braun. He thinks that pay will satisfy the Guild of Stonemasons, and he can certainly negotiate that.
Sounds good to me. Do you want to do any shopping while we're here before we leave?
I don't need anything. You?
I want.
You
Oh,
found a
I want
bunch
to
of stuff.
go. I want to. I want to go check the shops and see if I can get some of these spells from your Treaty of Spells book.
So you'd probably find that in the merchant or in the market. Probably help if I go to the right book.
Right? Don't you want to get witch spells or something that were in the book,
Yeah, so the
Alora?
grand this would be the grand market. They would have there's a possibility that there would be scrolls possibly for sale.
Yeah.
Maybe, let's see. All right, let's see what scrolls they have.
All right.
I'm specifically looking for first and maybe second level magic user spells and any necromancer spells, ritual spells they might have that do real cool stuff.
So let's look at what open jumping. There we go. Let's look at which spells first. So first of all, we'll say there's a 40% chance that they have any witch spells. Go ahead and Alora roll percentage.
Okay. Hmm,
No, there's no
damn.
witch spells. You can roll. If I can get my software to cooperate, that would be great. Probably a 60% chance for magic users. So, oh shit, yes, there is. And roll a d4. One. There is one spell available, and roll a d6. It is a 4th level magic user spell.
Ugh, damn it.
Well, you can always buy the scroll and then use it later when you're not.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be this one. It is a scroll.
It's see 1 to 18. That's just you needed two more spells.
I know. I know. I trust me. I was fighting with that the entire time. It is. You find a scroll of black tentacles.
Oh, snap. That's cool. That's a witch spell, though, isn't it?
There is. It is also a witch spell. Yes. It is
Oh,
on
okay.
page 58 of Treatise of Magic and Spell. And for those of you at home, I'll pop it up. Black tentacle is an old known in D&D 5th edition as Everard's Black Tentacle. Actually, I think it was in AD&D as
How much they want for that?
well.
I guess we want to look for cleric scrolls too.
So here is Black Tentacles. And the cost of that
I'm thinking this is a great thing if we get a crowd of motherfuckers that run up on us. You know, this puts a 30 by 30 area.
They want
Yeah,
20. They want 2,500 gold pieces for that scroll.
No, I think I'm gonna pass. It's not really what I'm wanting. I'm wanting something I can put in my spell book.
Well, I mean, you could technically put this in your spell.
Oh hell yeah! But I mean, I'll be in an imperial city with a much better selection and all that before I get the level.
You're going to be surprised. I mean, there's a possibility that you
that's the
might.
assumption that we're making at this time, though.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
we're gonna have
Right.
yeah.
better magic there.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm. Yes, that's true. I know things you don't. And still, I mean,
I mean,
your guys.
I don't have.
I
I
mean, I
don't
don't
have.
know that you would have that assumption because everything that you've heard is that the Imperial port is deserted. It has been closed for some time.
But
Hmm.
the Wizards Guild is based out of there, right?
No, you know that his tower is there, but the port has been closed. So
Yeah, I still think I'm gonna pass. I don't really have a lot of on-hand cash that I want to drop just into that one thing real quick, even though it'd be very.
I think when I learn a fourth level spell, that might be the one that I'm gonna go for because it's cool. But yeah,
That is cool. That
did you
is
want
cool.
to look for any cleric spells or cleric scrolls?
sure.
Good. I would say that clerics, uh, that would be probably found over at the. Yeah, there's definitely a cleric scroll available. Um, roll 1d6 minus 1. Yeah, I'm gonna give this. Brian will appreciate that. Now, of course, cleric spells these would just be read straight from the scroll. You don't clerics don't keep a spell book, so this would be a one and done.
Okay.
And this scroll can be read by anyone. It is written in common or hand elm. And this is the scroll. So if basically what this spell does is on a single attack, whoever this scroll has been the spell has been cast on, they get to make a death save versus one touch from something like a shadow, a white, a specter, or a vampire to not take. They'll take the damage, but they won't lose a level from energy drain.
How much do they want for the scroll?
This one would be 2,000 gold.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to pass as well.
Okay.
Oh well.
Try to steal it?
I mean, if you want to steal from the temple, I mean,
Well, I mean, it's just telling how you play it, you know? I mean, we could go, okay, they're going in and Borman's invisible and
if you steal
sleeking
from the
about.
temple and get caught, you're gonna go to dwarf hell.
And
The
it'd
worst,
be, I'm just thinking, she's in there, she's shopping, and Borman's just kind of watching, and his, oh, that's too much for my blood, and the cleric sets the scroll down, and they do their little chit chat, and then Borman just kind of scoops the scroll up, and it
I
is.
let
I'm
me.
joking. I'm not going to do that. So
Well, let me. Let's see here. I will allow Borman to make a pickpockets check.
yeah, no, sorry.
Did you? You probably haven't even put any points into pickpockets, have you?
No, I haven't. I don't. I'm a thief, but I have standards. I want to take it out of your vault and not your pocket. You know, I want to take your life savings, but I want you to still be able to buy your lunch on your way home. I mean,
You're a thief with morals.
yeah,
with a heart of gold.
Yeah, it's a thief with a
yeah.
heart of gold. So, anything else?
I'm happy with the stuff we found
I
at
am. I'm good
Drawston.
too. We can head right on back and see if he's had his expedition ready to step through the portal and
Yes. So they've got a expedition of 8 dwarf uh, fighters that are going to go through and make an assessment of 8 dwarf fighters and 2 clerics from the temple district are going to go through with you guys to basically they're going to go into Drothamstone, and of course your five stonemasons.
okay. So yeah,
Well, actually,
we'll get everybody here and then we'll drop the stonemasons off at Castle Braun, and then at the end we'll all be the only ones here, and well, the dwarves will be off doing their thing.
right.
Yeah, there's some really big piles of copper down in there, fellas.
Enjoy.
There's a lot of copper and some coin molds.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Another day spent. You can roll another d6 to get back any lost hit points because you have Allura with you.
That's all I needed.
Nice. You are healed up.
I think everybody should be.
Yeah, I would think everybody at this point would be healed up. And Gentry and Jackson get 3d6 days of rest. So Zackley the Kobold Chef has moved to Castle Braun. You guys can make a note that Zackley has joined you guys.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to leave that note in here because I'm going to create a character for Zackley as a PC type character. Well, I don't really.
Okay.
Anyways, so I am going to. We'll go ahead and break here. I'm going to go ahead and divvy up your not your loot, your XP. Wait, that was the wrong fucking button. So each character gets 3,170 XP.
Each character gets
3,000
3,000.
here. 3,170. I don't know if that levels you guys.
Um,
I'm almost done adding. I don't think so, though. Nope.
damn.
Pretty close for Mavis.
He got close to
Mhm.
Malachi. He's like 400 from hitting the next.
Oh, yeah, and you'll probably both get it next week, depending on what you hit on the way down. I mean, there's stuff on the way down that will grant some pretty good XP as well. And there's stuff on the way. I mean, there's a bunch of shit. Oh my god, there's so much
And
stuff.
Brian's gonna be surprised about the mirror thing. That'll be a
Yeah, that was just an
happy thing.
incredibly lucky roll. That was really good.
I mean, that puts us in so we can. I mean, it pretty much just guarantees that we're able to take our shit and take it home, and we have this huge vault to stick it in. You know, with just a little bit of vampire residue left in it.
Yes, some vampire ashes laying around.
Because I don't get level 7 thief until 40,000. Don't. Fighter is. And I need 64,000 for level 7 in the fighter. So yeah, I've got a ways to go on Borman. He's
chunking along.
Yeah, I mean it's just a
But
long.
it's the multi-classing there again that is.
Yeah,
Goes back to our original talk about
but
it's the same in every system.
well, I needed the multi-class. Thief wouldn't have survived.
True. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Thieves. It always amazed me that thieves were expected to be the scout moving ahead of the party, and yet they have really low hit points. I mean, they're the only thing saving them is the fact that they can wear armor, unlike a magic user. But they have basically the same hit points as a magic user. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily know that the guy in leather armor with no hit points is the one that you want, walking 30 feet out ahead of the party.
I mean, Malachi will get magic user levels rather quickly just because we get a whole bunch of experience and he's so low level. But I mean,
Right.
he's still like, what, 380 away. So if basically if we get, a nice 2,000 experience, that would push him over really easy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm fairly confident that you'll probably get that next week. I mean, just in random rolls, you may get that. So
Maybe
There's
it's
that.
about 8,000 away, which is like, I know that's still a lot, but that's like, relatively close. It's
yeah,
taking a long time to get
that's
Well,
quite a
there.
bit closer.
It's Mavis is our highest level 1.
Yeah, what level is she?
7, because
Yeah.
I read that book.
Yeah, so she'll so
That's it.
she's going to be a strong cleric.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
she was a throwaway character. That's what's so funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's done the best of all.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I will see you guys next week at 12 o'clock, and we'll get Brian back into the game, and I will see you then.
We'll just take off from Drothenstone. So thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
a great night.
Next week. Thanks.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.